welcome back. In this video we are going to work on our views and specifically on our post controller. So let's get to it. First, inside our home.blade.php, as you can see, we have added a for each loop, and to see if there is any views. In our migration, the create post migration, we will add a few things now. Let's see. Basically, what we need to do is to put $table, and it will be a string, and it will be for the title. Next, $table, and this will be for our body. It will be text. And what do we need more? We need a slug. That's a shortcut for our URL for the front facing interface. So we will add the slug. And it's gotta be unique because there is only one URL per post in our website. Here we are dropping it. If we will ever need to make a rollback, it will go inside this down function, and it will roll back our migration. So let's have a look. We're going to migrate. And it's migrated, but I can now see that I did not save the migration. So okay, we will go back into our database, and I'm sure we won't see it properly because we didn't save it. Let's have a look. Yep, we didn't save it. So it's a nice we've just talked about the rollback function, so it's a nice opportunity to show this. Migrate, rollback, and it will take back the last batch of migrations. And right now there is nothing in here. It has been deleted. Okay, so let's save this, go back here, go back a few commands and eat that, and let's see what that gives us. I'm sure it will be okay. And yes, as you can see, we have our title, body, and Slug. Created it, updated it. That's the timestamps that we had in our migration. It automatically does this. Okay, so let's continue. We can close this. Now basically what we need to do is to make a new folder in our views. Let's call it posts, and inside the post we will going to make a few files. Let's go ahead and save the first one. It is show.blade.php, and we're going to need I think at least two more. The next, let's see what we're going to do. I think create or edit. Let's have a look. Yes, it's create.blade.php. And let's make another one for the edit.blade.php. Basically we are creating, we are showing, and we are editing a post. So inside our post controller, inside our index function right now, we want to use that post model. So let's use it. Use app/post, and now we can go ahead and pass on down to the views the post that we are working on. In here, let's say dollar posts, and we're going to just instantiate our post in here, and we're going to need to order it in some kind of way. So order by, and let's say by the ID, and in a descending order. We're going to make a nice little pagination down here, and let's say about 5 for now. It's okay. You can make it any number you want. In here we are going to need to pass down this instantiation of the post. So there is a function called compact that we are going to pass this posts variable, which contain all the posts that we are ordering. So compact and posts. And as you remember, if we're going to refresh this, we're not going to find anything, because as you can see in here, right in here in our home.blade.php, where is it? Nope, that's our partials. Yes. If there is nothing, it skips over to the else part and shows nothing was found. So basically we know it's working correctly, and that's pretty good. Let's close this. In our create, no, sorry. Okay, yes, in our create function, not the view, in our post controller, we basically need to pass to the we need to return a view, which will be posts dot create. In here, and we want to extend the layouts. So extend layouts.app, and we're going to need a section. So at section, which will be our content, and let's stop it here. Okay, basically that's about right. We don't need to pass anything inside of here, so we can delete this. Okay, this looks okay. Let's have a look. Okay, that's fine. We are basically everything we're going to be writing inside this section will be yielded inside that yield content in our layout file. So let's start writing our layout for this specific view, and let's make a nice h1, nice header, and let's say make something great. Let's close this. Sorry about that. Let's delete this. A nice HR to make a nice distinguish from the head. And let's say dollar dot row and dot column the 8 would be fine for this. And basically what we're going to need more, okay, we're going to need a panel and a panel heading. Okay, this looks fine. What else are we going to need? And the panel body, of course. And we're going to need the form inside of that body to create our post. So let's don't forget to make a space between the panel and panel heading. Okay, the action is going to be to our store method, store route, basically. So double curly braces, route, and into our posts we need to store this. So dot store, and we're going to need to tell it what kind of post is it, which post is it, and we are going to pass down to the store function, or maybe not. Wait a minute. Okay, no, I think that's fine. Let's just make this CSRF field. Let's give the form a nice class of form horizontal. Inside of this, the role would be form. So after after we basically want wait a minute. So in here we'll make a div class form control form group, sorry, and let's see what we're going to do is basically double curly braces. We're going to check for errors. This dollar error is a global variable. So if the title has errors, so we will say as error. If not, we don't say anything. We basically say blank string. And it should be inside of the form group double commas. Yes, exactly like this. Okay, that looks fine. Okay, basically it's going to say if we have any errors. Let's take this down a bit. And in here, let's build our label for the title. For the title, let's say title. After the first form group, where we are just going to copy paste it. So let's finish up this form group. Let's say a class of label control. First, call MD4. We're going to place it properly and control label. This is all bootstraps predefined classes, which are pretty nice. Okay, inside of here, let's make a nice MD6 for our input. So input type would be let's say text, and the name will be title, and let's say the ID is also title. The class would be let's say it's going to be form control, and it's going to be required. So let's say required. First, the value is going to be old and the name, sorry, the title. Inside of here, let's required after the no, sorry, after this, yes, at the end it's going to be required, and Okay, this looks fine. You can delete this. And we're going to add one more thing and see we're going to make a loop and see if there is any problem. We're going to say an if statement. If dollar errors has, and that's a function on the title. So what we're going to do is basically a span and display the error. Let's give the span a class of help block, and what we're going to need more in here in our strong tag, make it bold. We're going to write this dollar errors, sorry, the first error on our title. Okay, this looks fine. Beneath the span, let's end the if. Okay. Basically now what we're going to need is let's delete these spaces, and let's copy this form group, paste it here, take it bit backwards, and let's say this for the body or the slug. Let's see what we're going to do. Okay, for the slug, and search for all the titles and replace them with the slug. Okay. Okay, the name. Where is all the titles? Slug, slug. In here too. And an error for our slug, and an error for our slug in here to display the error. Okay. Next, we're going to need we're going to do this for our body. So let's copy this once again. Okay, that's for our body. Let's say body. And it's not going to be an input, it's going to be a text area. So let's change this. In our if statement, let's change the body, and it's going to be a text area. Let's see. Yes, for the body. Okay. This looks fine. Wait a minute. Okay, you can delete this and say text area, and let's take this down a bit. Let's give it a class of, and the ID would be body, the name would be body, and the class would be form control. No, sorry, it's going to be, yes, form control. Make a nice placeholder and make it great. Write anything you want. And it's going to be required. Okay. This looks fine. What we're going to do now is after the form group of the body, we will need a submit button. So let's say form group dot call md8 md6. Okay, doesn't matter. We're not going to be the masters of design in this particular tutorial, but it's going to work, and that's the most important part. So let's say button with the type of submit, and the class of btn default or primary. You can choose whatever you want. Default's gonna work for me now. And a btn block, it will fill the entire space of this md8. Not send, let's say make post. Okay, so we are basically done with this create .blade.php. Let's see what that gives us. Let's go manually for now into our post.create, and okay. Oh, what is this? Let's change this a bit. Try and change it. Let's see what this does. And this curly braces came from the double curly braces when we are putting into our blade. So never mind, just delete this and call md. Let's see, this works here. Call md8 for the entire row. Let's try an offset. Call md offset of 2. That gives us a nice little centered form. Okay. Let's try call md8 and then offset of 2 also. Save this. Offset of 4. Nope. Why it doesn't align properly? Offset of 2 will bring it back if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Call md6 it should be, I think. With an offset, maybe without the offset. Okay, let's for now. Okay, let's try it with the 6 and let's delete this. That gives us Okay, let's try it with like so. Why it doesn't work? Why it doesn't work? Okay, never mind. It will take us into our post.store function. Submit. Okay. Inside our post controller in the store function, let's store it into our database. So what we're going to do is first of all we need to validate it. Validate the request that we have just sent it from the create.blade.php. Basically everything that we have sent, it's the request, and we're extensioning it with the dollar request. So let's say this request, we're validating this request, and with an array. We're going to need an array for all the things we're going to validate. So what we're going to do is a nice array. Let's close this, and okay, in here, let's say for the title, let's validate it and make it from the required, sorry, it's going to be required, and because it's a string, it's going to be a max of 255 characters. And after this, sorry, it's inside commas. The Slug, sorry, okay, the Slug will be also required. Okay, and a minimum of, let's say, 3, and the maximum of 255 because it's a string also, and it's going to be unique on the posts table and inside commas, and for the body, it's going to be required. Okay, let's delete this. Okay, we don't need this also, it's the end of the array. And basically for the validation we're done. So $post equals a new post, and this post title of the post will be the title that we have received from our request. So request $request and the title. Let's copy this. We're going to need 1, 2, 3. No, just 3. Okay, let's delete one and change it into Slug. The second one will be Slug, and this one would be Slug also, and next will be for the body in here too, for the body. And we can save it. We can save and redirect. So basically, let's have a look. Let's have a look. We can say $post and save. And let's say redirect, return, redirect. Into our route of posts dot show to show this specific post with with post ID. Okay, so basically this is going inside our show method in our route. So the ID that we have sent here is going to be in here, and we're basically going to send this and find it by the ID. Find by the ID. Okay, the ID of this that we received from here, and pass it down to the view. So let's say return the view with our post. So the view will be posts dot show with a compact method, and pass down the post. Okay, post. Okay, this looks fine. To redirect this into our show, and the show method will go and display this to the user. Okay, this looks fine. So in our post dot show, we're going to extend our layout. Extends layout dot apps dot app layouts dot app, and we're going to need a section which will be the content section. Okay, so what we're going to do in here is to basically show the user the exact post. So inside of our row class, inside of our call md8, we're going to display this. In here, let's say h2, and display the title of the post. Inside curly braces, let's say $post and the title. $post with the title, title. Beneath this, let's make a paragraph tag, and the class would be lead. That's a nice bootstrap class. Inside of here, inside of this, let's say dollar post with the body of the post. And okay, let's have a look. Basically, what we're going to need more. Basically, we are done. Okay, in here, let's let's do a nice little box on the right. It's a nice whale, and let's say within deal horizontal. No, it's not a class, or is it? Okay. We have our class of DL horizontal. Wait a minute. Yes, I thought something was strange. Inside of here, let's say DT will be our added on, and the DD will be double curly braces and dollar post with the created at. Okay, and beneath this, let's copy this and paste it here. Let's take it back a bit, and let's say updated at, and our post with our updated at column. So I think we are done. Let's maybe add a nice button so we can return to the index where we can see all of the posts. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can display our slug. This basically is going to be the backend interface for us admins. Later on, we are going to add an admin function, the admin ability. So only for now, because we don't have the actual Slug interface, we're going to href into hash sign, and later on we will add this properly. Dollar post and Slug. Okay, this looks fine. Let's say a nice small call SM6 and let's say we're going to make a nice button so the user can return to the index. For us admins, right now we're basically making the delete and the update. Route would be posts. Okay, sorry about that. Let's change it. Inside our anchor tag, let's say that in here we're going to have our inside double curly braces for the route. For the posts dot edit inside of commas, let's give it a nice commas. Okay, and with the door post ID. Okay, this looks fine. The class would be btn primary, and btn block. Okay, let's see where this leads us. Okay, everything is looking good. Wait a minute. Href. Let's take it down here. Okay, this looks good. Let's say edit. Delete this. Let's copy this one more time. And in here what we want is to basically make a form, and then action will be for our post dot destroy method if we want to delete the method, or let's say update where what we're going to do. Okay, let's see. I think um, okay, yes, we're going to have the ability to delete this post. So in the post.destroy, I'm going to pass the ID of the post. In here, the method will be post. In here, it's going to be a CSRF method. But first of all, let's say method field is going to be where we are typing it. So it basically going to be delete because we are deleting this post. And we need a CSRF field, and that's a function. Yes, like so. And what I like to do is to okay, let's see, function, it looks okay, looks fine, delete, and in here call sm12, basically make a button so that the users can go back inside this URL. We basically say this, and slash would basically means the index function, our home page. So and btn block, and let's say go to okay, all the posts, all posts. Okay, this looks fine. This looks fine too. So in our post controller, what we are basically doing, let's go into our destroy method. We're going to find it by the ID. So $post equals to post and find by the ID. Okay, and basically we are deleting this, so no special things in here to do. Sorry. Post destroy with the ID. Return, and we are redirecting into our route, or maybe let's see, we can delete this. Yes, we can delete this and just redirect back into our index, like so. Okay, So let's see what that gives us. Let's try to create a post. Our first post. Let's enlarge this. First post, and the body is just going to be the body of our first post. And let's see what that gives us. An error. Method validate max of 255 does not exist. Oh, in the validation, let's see. In the validation, where is it? A max of 255 does not exist. Oh, in here, yes, like so. And just a little typo. And okay, what now? View post.show not found. Post.show not found. Post.show not found. Okay, where is it? What we're doing wrong in here? Let's see if that in our database, if that saved the what we've said. So yes, as you can see, it saved it, our first post, the body of our first post, and the Slug. All of it are working correctly. So let's find out where is this problem. Post.show. Okay. In here. Oh, it's posts.show, not post.show, of course. And as you can see, it's a little bit large. All this will be fixed. Don't worry, it's not aligned properly, but it's working very nicely. Very nicely. Our first post, the body of our first post. Why this is beneath this whale? I don't know. And if you're seeing when you're doing this edit, that's okay. What is this? Sub str at least two parameters. One is given. Okay, I think I know why this is doing this. In our, where is it? In our post, in here, our sub str needs to receive two parameters. Okay, what's the problem? Oh, I think I know what's the problem. So in our post.blade.php, in our partials folder, I placed the 0 and the 150 outside of the braces. So it was here and it needs to be inside of it. So right now this should work nicely, and as you can see, it was before it was like this, and they changed it into this without the commas, and in here it was without this, and give the dash and say read more. For right class everything looks okay. Inside of here we're basically wanting our container. so it will be centered properly. So in here, let's say a container, close the div. We want this, okay, where is it? We want this in here too, in our create uh, view. So let's take this here and paste it here. Let's see what that gives us. Yes, that gives us a nice little interface. So basically we are done. We have our body, we have our whale, we have everything in place. Okay, this looks fine. Edit, delete, and all the post. If you're seeing this works great, and you will see in the next video. So for this video we are done, so don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.